letter from Pat?
Yeah.
Boy, she sure must be crazy about you, Mick. That's the second one she's written, and she's only been up at that dude ranch a week.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Well, what are you so glum about? Isn't she having a good time?
Yeah, she's having a wonderful time.
Well, that's great, isn't it?
Yeah, but the first letter she wrote was all about her and me, and this is about her and me and him.
Him? Who's him?
Big hunk of handsome man called Rusty.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's the way it struck me, too. Let me read this to you here. Dear Mickey, just a few lines to tell you what a wonderful time I am having here at the Happy Cactus Dude Ranch. Nevada's a beautiful state. Yesterday, I met the foreman. He's a tall, handsome hunk of man named Rusty.
Tall and handsome?
Yeah. I miss you, Mickey. Rusty is a marvelous dancer. You would love it up here in the wide open spaces. Last night, when Rusty took me for a moonlight ride, I thought of you.
Moonlight ride?
Yeah. He is a champion bronc buster, you know. I wish you were here to enjoy the barbecues we have every night under the stars. He is 6'2.5". 6'2.5". I have so much more to tell you, but it must wait for my next letter. Rusty has just come in to take me to the square dance. He is standing behind me as I write this to you and pestering me to hurry up. So goodbye for now. Lots of love. It's scribbled there, though.
Yeah, it's scrawled.
Yeah. Oh, it sure is. Gosh, her handwriting was all right, Freddie, right up to love there.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what does that mean?
Well, don't be so naive, Mick.
Huh?
You really want to know why Pat's handwriting suddenly went berserk?
Yeah, I want to know. What is it? What is it?
Well, I'll tell you.
Well, tell me.
Look, you pretend like you're Pat writing to you.
Yeah.
And I'll be the handsome cowboy coming through the door.
Yeah. You know, well,
Go ahead.
Yeah,
you pretend like you're Pat.
Yeah, I'll do it. We'll find out what happened here. I have so much more to tell you, but it must wait for my next letter. Rusty has just come in to take me to the square dance.
Howdy, Pat.
He's standing. All right.
How's my little filly?
Now, Rusty, you just leave me alone. I'm writing to Mickey Mulligan. He's standing behind me as I write this and is pestering me to hurry up.
Come on, gal. We'll be late for the square dance.
Rusty, don't hurry me at all. I'm writing to my loved one, Mickey Mulligan.
That little punk.
Little punk? He's all man. You wish you were half as much a man. So goodbye for now, and lots
Come on,
of
gal.
love.
Let's go to moonlight.
Wait a minute. Love.
Hang on, look at it.
Huh?
It's scrawled, right?
Well, of course it's scrawled, Freddie. You didn't give me a chance to finish it.
But did he give Pat a chance? Buck up, old man. There are other fish in the sea.
You may go fishing, Freddie, but I have other plans.
Let me see now. You took off next Christmas last Friday. Last month, you took off 3 4th of Julys in a row. Shall I go on?
What about my Thanksgivings?
As far as you're concerned, Thanksgiving is a thing of the past. I wish I could help you, but you'll just have to stay on the job. Chin up.
Oh, Mr. Brown, I was wondering if you...
Oh, you're worrying about Pat, aren't you? Well, stop worrying. She's having a wonderful time on her vacation. I got a card from her this morning. Yeah, let me read it to you.
Did?
Dear Mr. Brown, having a wonderful time, wish you were here. This weekend, we are having a Pioneer Day celebration in town. And guess what? I have been elected Queen of the Rodeo. I'm so excited. I owe it all to Rusty. Miss you all. And I can't read that last line. She must have been in a hurry.
It's that Rusty again.
I wonder who Rusty is.
Look, Mr. Brown, don't you think that you need Pat back here at the office? After all, you've got a lot of work for her, and I know that you could use her around here.
Had Pat cut her vacation short, I wouldn't think of it. She's worked hard, and she's entitled to her rest. I'm not a slave driver. One thing I insist on is that no employee of mine shall ever be so overworked that it might endanger his health.
Might endanger his health?
That's right.
Yes. Well, thank you, Mr. Brown. Oh.
Something wrong?
No, it's nothing. I'm just a little overworked, Mr. Brown, that's all. I got a little dizzy. The room started to spin, but it's nothing to get concerned about.
Have you had these spells before?
Oh, yes, they've just been coming every 2 minutes, and they last about 4 or 5 minutes.
All right, you win.
Huh?
I think you should have a few days off to get your health back.
Do you really mean it, Mr. Brown?
Of course I mean it.
Gosh, thank you, sir. Yes, a change of scenery would do me some good.
May I suggest the Happy Cactus Dude Ranch in Nevada?
You certainly can, sir. Who's going to work for me, though, while I'm gone?
Oh, I'll ask Freddie Devlin to take over for you. He shouldn't object to working a few hours overtime for his old friend. Yes, what is it?
Freddie, what's the matter?
Dizzy spells.
Must have caught it from me. Yes, Fred. Maybe need a little vacation, too.
Oh, Rusty, that was fun. Do you think I'm improving any in my riding?
Just great, Pat. Well, you're going to look like a genuine cowgirl riding at the head of that parade.
Oh, gee, just wait till I write Mickey about it. I bet he doesn't believe it.
Hold on, gal. I ain't giving you time to write anything to anybody.
Now, Rusty, shall we go in and have an ice cream soda?
Do you think they know what that is?
You know, Mick, I can't help feeling a little conspicuous.
Stop worrying, will you? When it comes to cowboys, we look like the real McCoy.
Oh, boy, these saddles sure are heavy.
Yeah, maybe if we hadn't spent so much money on these outfits, we'd have had enough left over to rent some horses, too.
What good would horses do us? We don't have any riding licenses.
Riding license? Freddie, you don't need a license to ride a horse. You need a permit. Now, let's find Pat. If it's a cowboy she wants, it's a cowboy she'll be a getting.
Oh, not enough. Oh, these boots are killing me. Don't they have any low-heeled ones?
Quit complaining, will you?
What was that, coyote?
No, it's just that horse over there.
Boy, they're big ones.
Yeah, I guess taking those pony rides at that little track was a waste of time.
Hey, let's go in there. Maybe they know we're Patty.
No, wait a minute. Look, Fred, we're not going to take these saddles inside with us. What, do you want them to think we're dudes or something?
Well, what do we do with them?
Well, put them down here, that's all. Before we go in there, we don't want those fellas in there to think we're from the city. Let's check our expressions and our bow legs, huh? Buddy, check. Now we'll check our draws. Ready? Draw!
Butterfingers.
Yeah, well, all right, so I was a little careless. I'd already shot my man. Don't worry, nobody's gonna shove us around. What's the matter? Don't you believe in the code of the West? He better not get a hankering to push me too far.
Hey, Mick. What happened?
Freddie, you're gonna have to be more careful.
Hey, Mick, I just spotted her. Come on.
Wait a minute. She might think we're chasing her. Now we'll just stumble over to the bar there, act nonchalant, just like nothing. Nothing's happened.
Don't look now. The Los con Pomona's in.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Howdy. Howdy.
Howdy.
What part of Hollywood are you fellas from?
Hollywood. Stranger, we just blew in from Wyoming. We're men are men.
And women are women.
And horses are horses.
And cows are cows.
And,
Where do you fellas fit in?
enough of this chit-chat. My partner and I, we've just had a tough ride, ain't we?
Yeah. That bus was very crowded.
All the way from Pomona. I've got a hankering to quench my thirst. What's the strongest kind of drink you got?
Cherry pop.
Cherry pop.
Don't you have any red eye? I hear all the cowboys drink that.
Yeah, red eye.
Sure, we got red eye. That's cherry pop with a dash of lemon.
Boy, the West sure has come unglued.
Straws?
Well, no thanks. We can handle our own drink, partner. Hey, Freddie, look at her over there. Eating her heart out.
And then he pitched him right over the corral fence. Hey, Rusty, get a load of what just crawled out from under the woodwork. Oh, brother, some dick shy a couple of jokers.
Mickey! And Freddie!
howdy, stranger.
Oh, Rusty, this is Mickey Mulligan and Freddie Devlin.
Hi. Pleasure. Here, Mickey, take my chair.
No, it's all
Go
right.
ahead.
Thank
Oh,
you.
what a wonderful surprise. But how did you get off from work?
Well, I was just lucky I found a Labor Day weekend in 1963 I hadn't used yet.
Well, you and Freddie picked a wonderful time to come up. Tonight is the barbecue and square dance.
Hey, you fellows better start scrounging around for dates. Most of the pretty gals are already taken.
And tomorrow afternoon, we're having the championship rodeo. We're all rooting for Rusty to win the bronc busting contest. Rusty's a champion bronc buster, rated 10th in the United States.
Did you ride, Mickey?
Ride? Oh, yes, I ride a little.
A little? Get him. Always the modest guy. Why, he was born in the saddle. He learned how to ride before he could walk.
No kidding.
Oh, well, Mickey, you never told me that.
Well,
You see, it's just like I said. Modest. Why, only this morning he said to me, Freddie, don't let anybody know I once won the bronc busting championship of Catalina Island.
Catalina Island. You mean they have horses there?
Do they ever? Why, some of the wildest broncs in the world are raised on that island. Some of them are man-eaters.
I'd rather you not talk about it, Fred.
You see what I mean? Modest.
Well, Mickey, why didn't you ever tell me this?
Well, it was just a part of my past that I've been trying to forget, Pat.
Say, Mickey, this is an honor having a rider like you up here. Maybe the rodeo committee can talk you into entering the bronc busting contest tomorrow.
Ah, but would that be wise? He's liable to show you up, Rusty.
Oh, don't worry about me. I like stiff competition.
You know, thanks, but I never do anything, enter any contest without discussing it with my manager. Can I talk to you for a moment, manager? Excuse us. What are you trying to do, get me killed? You know, the last time I was on a horse, it was when I was 3 years old. I was having my picture taken on a pony, and even then, my mom and pop had to get 3 neighbors to help hold me on.
Look, Mick, what did we come up here in the first place for? To win Pat away from that cowboy, right?
Right.
Now, you gotta make Pat think that you're just as good as he is. Maybe even better.
Yeah.
Now, he's a bronc buster, right?
Right.
So you gotta be a better bronc buster.
Yeah. But you didn't have to tell him I was born in the saddle. You know where I was born. I was born in the backseat of a taxi. Keep the meter running.
But they don't know that. And they don't know that you can't ride a bronc either.
But the Bronx know it, and that's all that counts. I tell you, Freddie, I'm not going to enter any rodeo.
Well, of course you're not. I wouldn't let you go that far. What's the matter with you?
You wouldn't?
This is just a build-up to impress Pat.
Oh.
Don't worry. When the time comes for you to ride, I'll think of something.
Thanks, Fred.
So don't worry.
No, I won't.
Let's get back to the table.
Right.
Well, what's the verdict?
Well, it looks like you're going to have all the competition you can use in the bronc busting contest.
Oh, well, Mickey, are you sure?
Now,
that you're...
don't you worry, Pat. Freddie knows what I'm doing.
Best of luck, Mickey.
Thanks. The rodeo.
Mickey? Mickey?
Howdy, ma'am. I guess you'll be the new school mom.
Oh, Mickey Mulligan, the West has certainly gotten into your blood.
Oh, shucks, 'twa'n't nothing. Why don't you sit up here on the rail for a spell and let me sing you one of my new Western ballads? It's a mighty pretty evening, huh?
Oh, the moon is beautiful tonight.
Yes, it is pretty out tonight, but not half as pretty as you. Why, hog's head and hominy, you ain't as pretty as a speckled calf underneath a red wagon.
Is that good?
Oh, that's the best in the West. That's what it is. You know, before I went to work for the network, I used to work for some of the biggest spreads in the country. There wasn't anything I couldn't do on the range. Rope, ride, brand. You know, some folks are born with it. Some folks are born without it. I guess I was just born with it.
Mickey, are you jealous of Rusty?
Jealous? Me jealous? Why, don't be silly.
Then why the cowboy act?
Act? Why, being a cowboy's as natural to me as falling off a log.
Well, there's one thing I want understood. No cowboy can ever take the place of a certain city slicker named Mickey Mulligan.
Do you mean that, Pat?
Well, didn't I leave a champion rodeo rider stranded at a square dance to sneak out here and be with you?
You sure did. Gosh, you don't know how good that makes me feel.
Mickey, do me a favor.
Sure, anything.
Don't ride in the bronc busting contest tomorrow, please.
All right, anything for you, Pat. Where'd you get that little pin you're wearing?
Oh, that's a silver saddle Rusty won at the Cheyenne Rodeo.
I'm riding in the rodeo tomorrow.
Mickey, you promised.
That was before I saw that pin. You tell that Rusty that he's never seen Bronc bust until he sees Mickey Mulligan come flying out of that chute.
Oh, Mickey, you're so stubborn. If that's the way you feel, I'm going back to the square dance.
Now listen, Pat, you better tell him to beware of his laurels. The way I feel now, nothing could throw me.
But the bronc riding contest goes on this afternoon, and Mickey's determined to go through with it.
But Michael's never been on a horse before in his life. Pat, you've got to stop him.
Well, Mrs. Mulligan, I tried to stop him. But, well, he's made up his mind to prove to everyone he's a real cowboy. Oh, I'm afraid something horrible will happen to Mickey if he tries to ride a bronc.
Oh, good heavens. I'll call Joe at the precinct and we'll try to get on the next plane.
Well, please hurry. I only hope there's enough time to stop him from riding. Goodbye.
Never mind about Rusty. Listen, Freddie, have you thought of a way to get me out of this thing yet?
Don't worry, Mick. I'll think of something.
Atta boy, Rusty! Hang on, boy! We'll concentrate because I've got to ride next. I'm not sure about this horse. I don't think he likes me, and I'm not even on his back yet. Go, Rusty!
There's nothing to it, Mick. Just do like Rusty's doing. Hang on and wave your hat. Oh! Wow, he really bit the dust that time.
Bit the dirt. Is he dead?
No. Look, he's getting up just like nothing happened.
Here's the official time for Rusty Evans. 25 and a half seconds. Looks like a record ride.
Fred, think of something, Freddie.
Great ride, Rusty.
Yeah, it was a great ride.
Probably nothing compared to what you'll do, Mickey. Good luck.
Freddie.
I got it, Mick.
You have?
Why don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No?
No, it wouldn't work. But don't worry, I'll think of something.
Gosh, I wonder sometimes if women are worth it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next rider will be number 145 in your program. Mickey Mulligan, riding Earthquake.
Gee, there must be a way out gracefully.
Or ungracefully, anything.
Okay, Mulligan, get aboard. Hold it, Mulligan. Okay, you proved your point. I admit you got sand. You got what it takes.
Well, thank you, but excuse me now, I've got to ride.
Mick, quit when you're ahead.
You didn't think we'd let you ride that bronc, did you? There are 3 guys in the hospital already that tried to ride Earthquake. I figured you'd chicken out before now.
No, I wouldn't chicken out. Just you wait and see how I ride this horse.
Good boy, Mick. Go get him.
Oh! Don't hurt yourself. Wait! Whoa! Wait!
Mulligan, wait a minute.
Hey, what are you doing? Wait! Wait! Hey, wait a minute!
Hey, Mick, come back. I just thought of something.
Freddie, where's Michael?
He went that way.
Oh! Earthquake! On!
Michael!
Believe me, pal, I tried to stop him.
I'll bet you did.
Try them, Mickey! Joe, do you realize that there's sun out there?
I sure do. Come on, son, ride it! Ride it, Mike!
Wait a minute! Listen! Whoa! Hear it! Hey, why doesn't he use the saddle once in a while?
He don't need a saddle! Come on, boy!
He's awfully close to that fence.
Hey, Mick! Look out for the fence!
Mickey!
He got right through the fence! Horse and all!
Attention all riders. Take after that horse that went through the fence. Ladies and gentlemen, please stay in your seats. Everything's going to be all right. The cowhands are going after that runaway horse and rider. I never saw that before. Right through the fence. Oh, Mulligan.
Now, darling, everybody in town's out looking for him. It's only a matter of time.
They've been looking for over an hour. How can a boy on a bucking horse get lost?
But the last time anybody saw them, the horse wasn't bucking. He was running like a scared jackrabbit headed for the open prairie. Nobody could catch him.
Joe, I'll never forgive myself if anything happens to Michael.
Now, look, dear, let's go in and have a cold drink. Pat and Freddie are out with the parson. They promised to send word as soon as they heard anything. Come on. You don't have to worry about Michael.
Joe! Say, would you give Earthquake another shot, huh? Yeah. You see, Earthquake, if you learned to get along with people and you weren't so ornery, you'd have a lot more fun. Here's mud in your eye.
I told you.
A stranger like the drifting sand came drifting into town. His hat was black, his shirt was black, and his boots were black and brown. Jack Miller, the killer, must be found. A man who played the roulette wheel, at love he often lied. He carried with him many things, a 6-gun by his side. Jack Miller, the killer, must be found. The stage was late arriving from a town called Sandy Gall. It had no driver, had no gold, it had no one at all. Jack Miller, the killer, must be found. A bank was robbed, a boy was blamed, a rope hung from a tree. And through the brush, 2 guilty eyes said, "Kid, you'll swing for me." Jack Miller, the killer, must be found. Jack Miller. Jack Miller. Jack Miller. I wonder where Pat can be. I'm on time, and so is the man in the moon. Isn't that right, man in the moon? That's right, partner. I'm not really the man in the moon, but I've got some awfully good news for you. Check.
Howdy. I'm sorry I'm late, Mickey. I had to give Rusty back his saddle pin.
Poor Rusty. Can you imagine him winning the Bronc contest and losing his gal?
Well, now that you've won the girl, aren't you going to kiss her? That's what makes a happy ending.
Shucks, ma'am. I mean, ma'am, I couldn't be doing that, ma'am. My horse might get jealous.
Well, here's where I make a lot of horses jealous.
You were changing the code of the West.
Mickey Rooney will be back in just a moment.
Howdy, partners. That was the message from the folks who'll bring you the roundup next week. And now, before I ride off into the sunset, well, here comes Earthquake. I wonder how he got loose. I'll bring him back.